Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Joey's going to kick us off here in Greenville, South Carolina. Joey, how can I help today?
Hey, I had a question about paying off my debt in cash, and I want you guys to try to convince me to pay it off in cash when I make more money in interest with that cash being in a high-yield savings account than I do on the interest rate on the loan.
Ooh, so that you want a spirited debate here is what you're looking for. Kind of a prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll see how far I can get. You sound like you found a wealth hack.
A little bit, I guess you could say.
How much debt do you have?
So I have $14,000 left on, it was an initial $25,000 personal loan at 2.99% back in 2020. And the terms were 5 years with 18 months of deferred payments.
Okay. And it's at $14K now, still at 299?
Yes.
And how much money do you have in savings?
I have about $34,000 in cash and $50,000 in stocks and mutual funds, and then about $5,000 in a 401k.
All right. So what are your goals?
My goal is in about a year from now, 12 to 18 months, to purchase a home.
Okay. And so is that what the cash is for and the stocks? Would you cash the stocks out to use as a down payment?
Probably not. I would just keep saving. I'm saving a lot of money every month now.
On the cash side?
On the cash side. So
cool.
I would continue to do that until I had a big down payment to put down.
And what's your income?
I make about $120,000.
Awesome. How old are you?
24.
Dude, you're crushing it. What are you doing for work?
I do engineering.
Way to go. Great field. And that's the top, in our millionaire study, that was the top career, was engineers. And it sounds like you're on the way. So you want to buy a home. You've got this personal loan debt. What was the personal loan debt for?
It was just a career starter loan through USAA that I got from being in the Air Force a while ago.
Cool. All right. So what's the payment on this personal loan right now?
It's $468 a month.
Oof. Now, if you freed that up, let's say you paid off, you have the $34,000 in cash, you pay off the $14,000, that leaves you with $20,000 in cash, and you free up $468.
Yes. So I've crunched the numbers a little bit, and if you don't mind, I'll go through them. And
sure.
Just stop me if I get too in-depth or if you have any questions. But between now and there's 33 months left on the note. So between now and 33 months from now, the total interest that I would pay on the $14,000 is just over $600. And then the interest that I would earn on the $14,000 sitting in that account, in my high yield savings account, would be about $2,000 over 33 months. And then the third calculation I did was if I drained the $14,000 out of the high yield savings account and then increased my saving amount per month by $468, then ironically, after 33 months, I would have $16,000 total in that account, which equates to be, the initial $14,000 plus the $2,000 in interest.
So you're saying either way, you get to the same result.
Exactly.
So why not pay off the debt? You've burned more brain calories figuring this out. You make too much money to be spending this much time nerding out.
Yeah, that is true. So
like this is living in your head rent free, regardless of the interest rate. Like you're too smart and successful to even be playing around with this at this point. Because if this really worked, right, Joey, like you would just go take out as much debt as possible at 299 and put it in high yield savings, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
So why don't you go get some more debt?
I'm not sure if that's an option. I don't know if interest rates for personal loans can be got at 3% now, but
the theory is if you could get a loan at 4.5 and you can make 5 in your savings account, you're going to go chase the spread.
Correct.
And I'm playing a different game. That's checkers. I'm over here playing chess. When you don't have any debt, you don't have any payments, it changes the decisions you make. it changes how many brain calories are used to make these calculations. And so I remember, because I feel you, Joey, like I was 23, 24, I was doing the exact same thing. I was like, well, it doesn't make sense on paper to pay off the highest, lowest balance first. I should pay off the highest interest debt. And yet there I was, a broke chucklehead of a 23-year-old trying to argue about the best way to build wealth. And so I'm not saying that's you. I was way more of a knucklehead. You are far more successful than I was at 24. Goodness gracious, you're impressive. And you're so impressive that I'm just going, why are we even, you have the money. It's not even it's literally with one click, this situation's over and you're back to $468 back in your life, putting it in the high yield, investing it, building up your down payment. And so I don't know why you'd continue this if you just found out the result's the same either way. I would just get rid of the payment.
The only thing, and that, that is the obvious answer, but the only thing is that I really plan to buy the house in 12 to 18 months. So I would, in 12 months, have more of a need for the cash than I would just saving up more money for the next 33 months, which is the.
So you wouldn't actually make that spread in the end.
I would be right. I would only make that spread if I kept investing $468 a month for the next 33 months into that high yield savings account.
Well, here's the other thing to think about, Joey. That high yield savings account rate can change at any time. Your interest rate is fixed. And so I think interest rates will start going down as things start to cool. And so truthfully, you're going to be fine either way. It was a fun debate, but goodness gracious, the amount of time we spent here, we could have just went and made $600 and called it a day. And so I encourage you to pay it off. And if you miss debt for some reason, the bank will always be happy to give you more. And I don't worry about interest rates. I'm more worried about peace over payments, my friend. Wishing you the best.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.